Well. We are back live. Isaac, I am in the building. Josh will be joining us later. Well, today is the day that everyone has been wishing, praying for. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm anxious. I'm everything. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Yes, the stage has been set, and stakes are very high. It's quite complicated. There's tensions everywhere. Man United fans are on tension. Spurs are on the verge of winning their first European trophy. So it's wild, and it's a bit crazy, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm shaking. I've been shaking since morning. It's a bit crazy, and it's only now a few hours left to the game. But yeah, let's have a build up. Let's come through with a build up. Then later on, we will come with a preview itself. Sorry, not a preview, with a watch along. We will come with a watch along. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. It's Tottenham Hotspurs versus Manchester United in the Europa League final. Bilbao is about to witness a proper scrap, between the two desperate teams to polish off their dismissal seasons with some silverware, at least, because they've performed so poorly domestically. United has, I think, 39 points in the 16th position. Spurs has 38 points, comfortably seated in the 17th position. So it's been blunders. It's been ugly. It's been very bad for both Postecoglou and Ruben Amorim, who took over right after firing Eric Ten Hag. And Spurs are itching to end their 17-year drought, or rather trophy drought, because it's been a while, man. It's been a while. And of course, as for United, they are hoping, and as a United fan, I say we are hoping our history of clinching finals pulls through this time around. The pedigree when it comes to coming. I mean, we have players who have played in finals, who have won trophies. I'm talking about players like Casemiro. He's a serial winner. So I'm hoping today I'll see that Casemiro, who is a winner, the Casemiro that does lift trophies. So, man, it's a bit crazy. But yeah, United, of course, the Red Devils are clinging on to their unbeaten record. Yes, we haven't lost a record out of 14 games. We have 5 draws and 9 wins. And of course, not forgetting the last game we played, that is the semi-final thrashing Atletico Bilbao. And we are playing the finals at their home. The Sun Mems, they call it the Cathedral. Well, we've got Bilbao on lock. Of course, Bruno Fernandes is gonna. I'm thinking he's going to school them. He's going to show Spurs who is the boss, of course, and of course that is a boost. I know Spurs fans are quickly to take the job back, but yeah, United 16th in the league, dude. The season has been fire. The season has been trashy. Spurs fans are laughing. But anyway, let's wait and see. We are going to get back. We are going to get into more details and see how everyone is prepared. Rasmus Højlund, is he going to start today? I'm hoping he doesn't start. I hope Amorim, anyway, but he's done well. I think he has 6 goals in the Europa League. He's only been scoring in the Europa. Bruno only had 7, so that is also good for him. Hopefully he scores more. But today I would love to see Rasmus Højlund dropped. It would be really nice if he's dropped. Known that anyway, let's just face it. He has not been producing results, but although he has produced in the Europa competition, but we've struggled with Rasmus Højlund leading the line. So I'd prefer to, I don't know, maybe we play Bruno as a false 9. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit complex. It's a bit disturbing. But again, my midfield, I would prefer to have Bruno playing as the box-to-box with Casemiro. I think their partnership, Bruno and Casemiro, is much more suitable. It's much more aligning than Ugarte and Casemiro or Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes. So again, now that leaves the other void of the striker. Joshua Zirkzee is back, but of course he cannot start. I don't think he's even going to play more than 20 minutes. Who knows? Maybe he's been training. It's been all games. But yeah, he's back and he traveled with the team. And the official squad is down. You can see it scrolling. He's been included. Of course, we have, unfortunately, I know he's a kid. Chido Obi Martin wasn't registered on time for the Europa. But yeah, we have other players. Dallo is back. I don't know whether he's going to start today. but I think he's one of those players who have that kind of Bruno Fernandes mentality, and he's likely to start. Josh, I don't know whether Josh
Yeah,
can
yeah,
hear.
yeah, yeah. I've also been included in the squad.
Oh, come on, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go
Yo,
rust someone tonight.
it's going to be fire. It's going to be fire. It's going to be fire.
Yeah.
You
Hey
know,
Faisal, hey Faisal, we're going to roast someone tonight.
it's
Just
fire, man.
get your skewers out.
Yeah,
Barbecue
tell them,
tonight.
tell them.
Barbecue,
It's going to
barbecue tonight.
once again, guys, please do subscribe. Josh has joined us. Welcome, Josh. And Josh,
Thank
I
you,
don't know.
thank you.
I mean, a few minutes ago, I was saying my mood.
Yeah.
It's like my palms are sweaty. Yeah, mom
Yeah, knees
spaghetti.
weak,
You know.
arms are heavy.
Uh-huh.
There's vomit on my sweater already. Mom
Yo,
spaghetti.
yo, I've been listening to
But on the
Eminem's
surface, I look calm
"Lose
and ready.
Lose Yourself." You know, you
Yeah,
only
on the
get one
surface.
shot. Do not miss. Right, I'm even forgetting the word, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I
Josh,
mean,
this is the
on the
day we've been waiting for, man.
yeah,
It's
but
and we have to
like the
take
song,
chance.
like the song goes on to say, on the surface we
Mm,
come in ready because we have Bruno Fernandes in the middle of the park with Casemiro.
bro. But do you think he's
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
start?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a
I
good
think
one.
Ugarte
It's a
is. I think Ugarte is going to get a nod.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Ugarte is likely to get a nod, but let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. It's just that
Yeah,
man,
I
the
think Ugarte
tensions.
should be playing.
The,
Yeah,
the
Ugarte should
tension.
be playing.
No, I don't
Why
think he
why
should be
wouldn't
starting,
Ugarte
Josh.
play?
No,
No,
I'd
no, no,
prefer to have
no.
Casemiro. I would prefer to have Casemiro and Bruno
Yeah,
Fernandes in
Casemiro
the
is
midfield.
playing too. Ugarte plays with Casemiro in midfield.
Josh, they all do the same thing. They play the same
No,
thing.
they
I would
don't.
prefer,
They don't. No, 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 no. They don't.
because
You
we've
see,
seen in the first recent games of Amorim, Casemiro
yeah.
tried playing the box to box thing. It didn't work out so good. He
No, he
even
no
got
longer
benched.
plays the box to box thing.
Exactly. Now put
Yeah,
him with
but
Bruno
Ugarte
Fernandes, who
does.
plays the box to box thing.
No, 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 no. You see, that's like an that's part of our ammunition when we are making
Mm,
substitutions. You know, we can make
mm,
a substitution, and it. Ruben Amorim has done it all the time. I mean, it's like his go-to substitution now. He drops out Ugarte during the game, then he brings on maybe Kobe Mainu, asks Kobe Mainu to play as a 10, then
mm,
drops Bruno Fernandes in midfield. Then you have a whole other kettle of fish to deal with because Bruno Fernandes, when he's playing deeper and the game has been stretched, it's at that penultimate time that things must be done. Then he's going to be able to dictate things from that deep, and maybe we can have more joy from that deep. The thing that I see in this game, I'm happy that Joshua Zagzi is back. He's
he's
going
back,
to
but
be
I don't think
limited.
he's going to start.
No, he's not going to start. He's going to be limited for minutes, but at
Mm,
least it helps when you know that you have a guy like that to come off the bench.
the
It's not
bench.
easy. Yeah, it's not easy to actually look. There was a time I think against Leon. I think was it against Leon. The yeah, we won five
The
four
first
against
game,
Leon.
the
Yeah,
first
the
game.
first game, the 2-2. Yeah, the 2-2. At a
Mm,
certain point, you looked for players on off the bench, and there were not many players off the bench. That's why I was really ecstatic when Mason Mount came back. You know, it was very hard for Manchester United most Manchester United fans to actually appreciate that Mason Mount has returned because he has basically given nothing to the club since he came in.
that
But
is
to
correct.
me, yeah, to me, I always say that I have to give him a chance because I like the player that I used to see at Chelsea before. Maybe I have to give him a chance because he has not really had a chance at Manchester United with all the injuries that he has gotten. But
Mm.
yeah, he did come back, and he has given the manager a bit of a headache on who starts in today's game because
I think he's starting today.
I wouldn't have a problem with him
My
starting the
gut
game,
tells
but
me he's starting with Ganacho.
nah.
I'm
So,
telling you. I'm telling you.
And
I'm
Fernandez
telling you.
starts. Ugarte Casemiro in midfield. Fernandez starts with Garnacho.
Oh, Fernandez and no. How about Mason Mount?
Mason Mount comes off the bench for Garnacho.
I think he's starting today.
And Kobe Mainu comes on for maybe
Kobe
Ugarte.
Miner, okay,
Or
yeah, he
Joshua
might start
Zaxi
from the
comes
bench,
on
but
for
but
Rasmus Hoyland.
Mount. By the way, we all know Robin Amorim is a super huge fan of Mason Mount and his craft. So 100. My gut tells me Mount is starting to. That is why he even got minutes the game against Chelsea in the Premier League.
Yeah, I do believe the manager really fancies the player. He likes the player. He likes what the player is about. It's easy for a manager to like such a player, especially if he's playing in that position in that 10, because he's a player who is going to really press high up the pitch. But with Mason Mount, even when Eric Ten Hag chose to buy Mason Mount, he wanted him for exactly that. That he was going to help with the pressing.
He's
From
good at
high up the
pressing.
pitch and all, yes.
Mhm.
But the thing is, with all the injuries that he has had, it's very difficult for him to start games. It's very difficult for him to get a lot of minutes in his legs, because
Uh,
he
Correct.
can easily get back on the injury list and stuff like that. And for me, over time, I have gotten to know that Ruben Amorim is actually a stickler for the fitness and the health of players. He
Mm.
does not rush back a player. He does not, even if he's desperate, he doesn't give a player as many minutes as he would have liked if the player is in what I can call a red zone and most likely to get an injury.
Well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But how about Shaw? You think Shaw is starting, or he's also coming off the bench?
Why would Shaw start?
Yes. Why wouldn't he start?
Because we have someone better than Shaw.
Lenny Euro. Lenny Euro is, yes, currently he's doing better, but he also
Oh,
just,
but I wouldn't
he's
have a
been
problem with
sidelined
Luke.
for a while,
No, I wouldn't have a problem with
and he
Luke
would,
Shaw starting,
and a
but
proper fit Luke Shaw will execute,
he's not
will
he's not proper
shine.
he's not
Of
proper
course,
fit, as in
that's
that's
why I'm
just in
saying
your
a proper
mind.
fit. I know
But
he
he's,
has
he's
toilet
not.
paper
So why?
moans, so
He's not proper fit. He is not fit to start a football game. Actually, he played the game from the start. I think it was Brentford. Oh my god, he was so awful. He
yeah,
was
it was
so
awful. He
awful.
needs
I would
minutes.
prefer, and the cameos that he has had are actually much better. When he has come on for a few minutes here and there, he has been much better. I mean, he has been much better playing like that. But I don't think.
What's your preferred or rather your preferred lineup, the one that you would wish to see a Morim field today against Spurs?
Okay, Onana,
In the goal,
yeah, Maguire, Euro,
in the middle.
Mazraoui,
Mm-hmm. Nazare as the right CB, Euro as the left CB, Maguire in
yeah,
the middle. Okay,
yeah.
the wing backs.
The wing backs, I'll play Dogu
Mm-hmm.
and Diogo Dallo.
Okay,
Then the two midfielders, I would have Ugarte and Casemiro.
okay, and the
Then
two tens,
the two tens, Fernandez and Ganacho.
and the one
Ganacho
leading
is
up front.
Rasmus Højlund.
How about Amad Diallo?
Oh, sorry, Amad Diallo is the other wing back, not Dallo. Not
No,
Dogu. I prefer Dallo and Diallo, not Dogu.
what?
Not Dogu. Yeah, I wouldn't play
Look,
Dogu. I would
no,
play
no, no,
Dallo.
Josh. I know Dogu. Patrick is still raw.
I would play Dallo as the left wing back, and I'll play
No, no, no,
Diallo
no,
as the
Josh,
right wing back.
Josh, no, 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 don't bring
Yeah,
me
you
tears.
see, you asked
Hello
for
was
my
very
preferred.
awful. Yes, he was there,
You
hundred
yeah,
percent.
you asked for my preferred lineup.
Okay,
Your preferred lineup is different.
of course, Onana in the goal. What to do? There's nothing to do. Onana in the goal. Um, I would have right CB Mazraoui in the middle. Delict. Left CB. I would have Lenny Yoro. The wing backs. I would have Patrick Dogu and Patrick Dogu. And Dallo, Patrick Dogu and Dallo. In the midfield, I would have Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. The two tens, I would have Amad Diallo and Ganacho. Okay. Actually, the two tens, I would have Kobe Mino and listen. Kobe Mino and Ganacho and Amad Diallo leading the line, Josh.
Wishful thinking. I
No,
mean,
seriously.
it's like you're playing.
Josh, I know
It's like
Rasmus Højlund has scored 6 goals already in
it's
this
like you
campaign.
preparing
He has
for
done
a
so well,
preseason game.
but I don't want him anywhere leading the line, Josh.
It's like you're
Seriously.
preparing for a preseason game, bro.
No, why? Why? Because I've
I
dropped
mean,
Ugarte.
every other player you've played in that position. I mean, it's like they're
Who?
going for a kick about a dodge and
Like who?
score.
Who?
I know
Josh, who?
Spurs is weird, but Kobe Mino and Ganacho as
Yeah,
the two
as the
tens
tens.
behind the Mad Diallo,
Yeah.
and you expect to win a
Are,
final.
are you saying you still want Rasmus Højlund playing today, Josh?
Yeah. Rasmus
No, I don't
Højlund
want
should
him.
lead the line, and actually
I
he
don't want
will.
him. Maybe his Europa record or European record will I don't know.
This is
Maybe
his
he'll bring
last
his A
showing.
game.
This might be
And
his last showing in a United shirt, so I think he'll give it his all if he's actually picked. And I would prefer a player who has everything to lose, like his pride. So I mean, and he has done very well in the Europa League. No
yeah,
matter
he has
how he
six
has scored
goals.
the goals, he has actually scored goals. And actually, his best performances for United this season have come in the Europa League. Even when he has not scored, he has actually covered every blade of grass. He has fought for everything, and he has created chances without even touching the ball, but just with amazing runs, which runs you don't often see from him. So for me, I like the confidence that the manager has been giving him. The manager he has constantly praised him. He has constantly backed him
And the more
because
he
that's
has
who.
done that, is the more he has failed to score goals, Josh.
Yeah, but
Unfortunately.
that's who he is. I mean, he's not going to start saying that this guy is this bad, and I wish I had another striker because wishes are
Try
not
out something
horses. I
new.
mean,
Try out something new. I know Josh Zach has been injured, but try out something new,
yeah,
Josh.
but
Come on.
not in a final though. Not in a final though. I mean,
Bring
Rasmus Højlund starts.
Haridinho, Josh. Haridinho in the building. Haridinho.
Give me a break. Joke of the century.
Yeah, well, that guy won you the game,
Yeah,
the
but
Lyon
joke of the
game.
century. Yeah, but
But
you
anyway,
can see that
Josh,
the circumstances under which he came into that position, it's not like a birthright. Or I mean, it's not that
Gail,
he comes. It's a starting position for him.
Josh,
Yeah,
Tottenham
yo.
fans have been buzzing, by the way, because thinking they've
What are
got
they saying?
United.
What are they saying?
No, no,
Spuzzy night.
no, 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 Josh. They've already beaten us or spanked us 3 times this season.
You know that.
EPL
Mm.
3-0
You
at
have
Old
to
Trafford.
remind me. You have to remind me all the time. But
EFL
for me,
that was
I know how.
4-3.
I know how
Then
it
at
happened.
Spurs again, we lost 1-0. So you know,
Maybe if
so
you're
I'm
reading the stats,
no, no,
yeah,
no, no,
that's
no,
what it
no,
says.
no. I'm
But
not. But
if you
they are
remember the
clowning us,
games,
Josh.
if you remember the games, the PGMOL had a lot to do with them. And in the other game, that Binder was pushed by Bugville for
Mm.
that goal from the corner kick. I mean, they just said we didn't have VAR, but it was so you could see with the open eye that it was a
Anyway,
foul on the keeper.
anyway.
Anyhow,
Mm.
sorry.
No, it's okay. I was going to say, well, after all, they don't have Kulveski, they don't have Madison, they don't have Bagval, and I mean, Son is limping back to fitness. So I mean, it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
let them add. It's been 17 years without a trophy. Maybe they should add another year, to make it 18 already.
I know, but like these that lucrative sport in the Champions League
I
that
know
can make
both teams
any,
are scrapping for a Champions League spot.
and it can make any average player give you the game of their lives, and
Mm.
it can be very difficult and a very different story when average players do everything. They show the determination on the night to win a football game, because for me, a final is one fixture, and whoever wants it more is the one who takes it. It doesn't matter if you've played the best. I mean, if you play the best but you've not worked the hardest on the
We
night, you
just,
lose the
yeah,
game.
you lose the
And
game. You lose the game. You just
but
need to take
the
clean you take your chances, use your chances.
Yeah, but I think we should take a moment to take in the whole euphoria about this Europa League fixture. I know it's a Europa League final, but it started to sound like a Champions League final only because two English teams
Exactly,
are going to
righty
play
thing.
each other. I mean, there's a lot of uh, uh, clout about the fixture itself. Sir Alex Ferguson visited San Mames ahead of tonight's Europa League final,
The
and he
cathedral.
signed a ball. He signed a ball and a pennant from the famous 2011-2012 tie against the Red Devils. If you remember
Mm.
that game when Ander Herrera was still playing at Athletic Bilbao, and we hoped that he would become a Man United player then, but it was much
Do you know?
later when he did become one.
Do you know? Do you know my match concern today? You will be surprised, but it's Andre Onana. That guy has already given out. I mean, he has how many? Five
I cannot
errors
be
leading to
surprised.
goals this season.
I cannot be
Five errors.
surprised
That
when Andre.
Andre Onana, five errors leading to goals this season. He's actually my biggest worry in this game because I know anything. I saw, was it Troy? Was it Troy Deeney, former Watford forward? He was saying it's so easy with Onana because you're not so sure anything can happen. I mean, you just have to just shoot outside the box, inside the box, out. You're going to get him. He will be sleeping. He will be out. He will be out of the box. He will be off guard. That's what he was saying. So he was saying this guy just have Spurs just needs to just keep shooting, and who knows, something might come out. So I'm really worried about Onana. Very, very much worried. I don't know how true rumors of of Martinez leaving Aston Villa coming to United. I don't know whether they are true, but I doubt. But if they are true, then I mean, he should come through. Although Villa has already slapped a 40 million pound price tag.
Emi Martinez does have a lot of suitors, and it will be difficult for him to choose Manchester United because we no longer have the resource envelope to give him a huge wages. So he
Mm.
cannot be attracted to a club that is
And I think he's
not
leaving because he
anyone.
wants even our Champions League.
Yeah, but Champions League we shall get. We just have to negotiate this tie against Tottenham Hotspurs. But we should know that Casemiro rarely comes away with a silver medal if he's involved in a final. He's played maybe six finals in the
Six, seven, I
five,
think seven
five,
finals. Five?
five in the Champions League, three
Oh,
Super Cups, and a couple of games in
oh,
a couple of finals
more.
in La Liga. But he always wins them, and this season's Europa League has presented an interesting avenue for Casemiro to re-establish himself in a Manchester United shirt. Across his time at Real Madrid, Casemiro picked up a habit of winning big trophies and coming alive in the biggest games. He knows how to win finals, and
Yeah.
the Brazilian
He's
has.
built for such. I actually expect him to be on the score sheet tonight. I expect Casemiro to score a goal.
Yeah,
He
because
has to.
the
He has to
Brazilian
come
has
through.
played. He has played in 8 European finals and come away with a runner-up medal only once in a
Mm.
4-2 extra time defeat against Atletico Madrid in the 2018 UEFA Super Cup. But I mean, he's won 7 of those, and he has already showed that he's made for nights like this in Europe because he has actually re-established himself at Manchester United as a kingpin, a linchpin in the midfield, and everything he touches turns into gold. Even when United was almost beaten and they didn't know what to do against Lyon, he came up with that amazing run that ended up into a penalty. And when we were a bit lost against Athletic Bilbao and we needed to come back into the game, he actually made a good run for Bruno Fernandes' delivery and headed us in to lead the game. So I mean, Casemiro has been a very pivotal role to Manchester United in this campaign, and I think tonight is actually going to be a very, very, very big. He's going to have a very big say on what happens tonight.
Just looking at the managers, Postecoglou. Come on, wait. Josh Postecoglou
Yeah,
got, before coming, or rather, when he had just joined, he said he would win them a trophy in their second year. So Spurs, I mean, he has Spurs fans dreaming of him keeping his promise of the second year trophy. Promise. But there is also, remember, whispers of him leaving, whether regardless of the result, whether he has lifted the trophy or not. In other words, it's more of like a lose lose.
yeah,
It
but
seems like
he's
Angie might pack his bags. Well, Amorim looks like yes, it's wrong. Rather, United is currently, I mean, very, very poor right now. But he's
Poste-
likely to keep his job.
Yeah, but Postecoglou did tell them that in his second season, he always wins a trophy, and he's in a final. So maybe he will call his Greek gods and win a trophy in his second season at Spurs.
And
But it will not save him. I mean, I don't see how Spurs keeps Postecoglou beyond the 90 minutes of tonight's game, whether he edges it or Man United annihilates him. He has to. I think he will be leaving Spurs. It's not just about the ill fortune that he has had in the league with all the injuries and stuff like that, but his stubbornness has not proved to be progressive for Spurs. I mean, the
mm,
things that he has actually showcased at the club, I don't think he's a very progressive manager, and I think the club will have to cut him loose. I remember in a presser one time they asked him how to defend why he was conceding so many corners and stuff like that, and he said he didn't even train them. As
there's
in,
a journalist
he's
ahead
not
of
caught
this
up on
match
those
today.
things of corner kicks and stuff.
Ahead of this match today, there's a
Set
journalist
pieces.
who asked him something. I don't remember, but it seems that journalist had, you know, published a very, I would say honestly, that was a bit rude from him. He called him a clown. He called Postecoglou a clown. So he was more like, why would you even ask me? You know, I mean, you're talking to a clown, so why would you even care? Ask, something like that. And I honestly, I felt it wasn't fair. But
I
anyway,
don't
Josh.
understand why the standards are like that. I mean, a journalist can say such rubbish to a manager, but a manager, if he said such stuff to him, the broadcasters would come together to actually find the guy. I just don't see. I don't understand why they don't actually do the same thing to the journalists, because you have to respect the way they berated Eric Ten Hag for all the time he was at United. At least someone should have said something. But the moment that Mourinho comes out and hits back, if he claps back at a journalist or something like that, or broadcaster, or the broadcasters themselves, they're going to come back and say a lot of things about him. But for Ruben Amorim, I think he did say the best starting 11 to start the game. He thinks about the best starting 11 to start the game. Then it's really important to have options on the bench to change the game. He's not thinking about going to extra time, of course. We have that possibility, but we never think about that. Maybe in the final minutes, you have two substitutions, you wait for
Yeah,
extra time and you think about the
but
possibility. But in the beginning of the game, I just want to win the game really fast. But we
but
know, like against Lyon, if we have to score 3 goals in 6 minutes, we are able to do it, especially with our fans in the stadium. So, I mean, he's just putting it out there for you that Manchester United has the nerve to win the game in extra time, win the game in stoppage time, win the game as it has just started, and
mm,
not preparing for extra time itself. But if it comes to that, prepare some players to have on the bench.
yo, Josh.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether you've been on X. X has been awash. X has been ablaze, with fans taking a piece at each other. Because one Spurs fan posted and was like, was it Mickey Moore's gonna? Is it Mickey Moore? Yeah, I think Mickey Moore is going to dribble past the whole United squad and win it in the 90th minute. And some United fans were also in the comment section saying, "Keep dreaming. Bruno is going to make you cry into your is it paella in Bilbao, something like that." Yeah,
How old?
it's been
How
crazy.
old? How old are those fans? Because Mickey Moore hardly has played for Spurs. I mean, even
I
when they
know
have been struggling, he's a
exactly.
very
That's
good
what.
player. I love the player. I love the player. Maybe it's one of the reasons that Ange Postecoglou will be leaving Spurs. He has not given the boy as much time on the pitch as he could have, especially under the circumstances that he has so many injuries in his side. But yeah, he's a very decent talent. He's a decent talent. He can give you a lot of questions to answer. But I don't think that United will be worried of any Spurs threat. The only
Well,
threat that I worry about Manchester United is Andre Onana and
Man,
The beat
Onana,
that
Onana.
for most of the games that we do play, we are reactionary. And
Mm.
in the final, if you let the team score fast, you might suffer longer. And we've been more reactionary than proactive in games. And we first concede a goal before we start to play to win the
I'm
game.
hoping we don't concede early, Josh. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that.
It doesn't
You know,
matter because
I know
I
we've
if
had
you
great
know
comebacks, especially in
if you
this
know
competition, but I'm hoping we do not concede early, Josh.
for me, maybe I'll be scared if we don't concede early because we don't score early. We don't score early, and for us to score, someone has to concede. I mean, we have to concede.
Mm.
So yeah, and maybe we get two quick fire goals, then we concede a goal, then maybe we have
But
the
we've beaten
security of another
Bilbao
goal.
right here, 3 goals. You know, the only problem is the kind of
Yeah,
I think the kind of formation Amorim plays, or rather uses, sorry, in it suits the Europa, Josh. You know why? Because it's a bit slow, okay, in transition, Josh. And in the Premier League, they don't give you that time, Josh. They don't give you time to think. They
me,
don't
I
give.
don't.
And now we are playing a team that has already beaten us 3 times in a single season, Josh.
That rubbish doesn't matter because you saw the circumstances of
I don't know
those
where you
wins.
get the confidence
That
to
rubbish
be.
doesn't matter. You saw the circumstances of the win. They had to take Bruno off, give him a red card, cancel the red card. They had they had to give a goal which would never have been a goal. Where they
Mm,
said there was no VAR, but even without VAR on the naked eye, I did see that Bayinder was pushed in to go by Bagwell. So I
mm.
mean, yeah,
By the way,
that
that was
rubbish
very
doesn't
annoying.
matter.
But
Yeah, so it
at
doesn't
least that
matter
doesn't
anyway.
work. That doesn't work in Europe.
No, it works. They're all shit. Maybe it's just a
They don't.
difficult it's a difficult job to be a referee, but they're all shit.
Yeah, but yo, I don't know anyway.
They
You know,
just pick
some of
their days. They just pick their days. You can say that maybe the ones in Europe are better than the ones back home.
some are calling the game today, Spurs versus Man United, the battle of the bastards.
El Dastico.
Very, very poor. Very poor. Spurs has lost 25, yeah, 25 times
And I still
all
think it will be a
competitions.
poor game.
Yo, you still
I
think it's
still
going to be a
think,
poor game?
yeah,
But Josh,
unless
Spurs have
unless
potent
Spurs unless
have a
Spurs
potent
scores
attack. Mm.
unless Spurs scores fast.
They have a potent attack, Josh. They've scored already 3 Premier League goals, Josh. Most outside the top six, by the way.
What do you mean? 3 Premier League goals?
63, sorry, 63. So in terms of finding the net, it's not a problem. It's not really a problem, which is our issue, which is our main issue, you know.
Yeah.
But they've also conceded very many, 61, I think. So I mean, let's wait and see. But yeah, Josh, I mean, I'm really excited. I can't wait for the boys to lift it up. I want that that Bilbao, is it? I want the cathedral to be what they nicknamed it, the cathedral. I want Man United fans to turn up, cheer for the club, make the noise,
I
put out that
understand.
roar, be behind the boys. And yo, man, let's lift this trophy because, man, do you know what's at stake? Close to 100 million pounds from what I've been,
What
if we qualify,
why are you interested in the 100 million? Just
because
say
it saves us, Josh, in terms of
no,
signing
what is at
players. It's going
stake?
to be.
What is at stake is the
So,
trophy and Champions League
see, let me tell
qualification.
you, if we win the trophy and we get approximately 100 million, Cunha has already been sorted, almost. That means Yokeres is coming in, Josh. Yokeres is Ndani.
Don't
Yokeres is
get
Ndani.
carried away. Don't get carried away by the finances that will come to Man United. I mean,
Oh,
the Glazers want their paycheck when it's due. So that is irrelevant for me. What is
by the
most
way, you're
relevant
bad.
is it's a
I need
great prize.
my spirit to be lifted
No,
right now. You're just
no, no.
stepping on it, pouring cold water on it. Come on, Josh. This is not the
No, I
time.
mean, I know. I mean,
Right now, right now, I don't even want facts. If
well,
Onana is bad, just say Onana is going to be the best keeper today. At
for
least.
me, I know the players will not have forgotten the importance of the game or what comes
Mm,
with a win tonight, though, with a precious chance of lifting a trophy and securing Champions League football rolled into one. For me, that is a great prize. I mean, I don't want to know about the money that comes after that and stuff like that because I mean, the Glazers can choose to do with the money what they want to do with it. But me, as a football fan of Manchester United, I will get joy in the fact that we've lifted a trophy and qualified for the Champions League. Then I can come here and have an opportunity to blabber about how the money was mismanaged later. Yo, bro, you there?
Yeah. I'm here. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
getting a
yeah,
bit
yeah.
distracted, but
So
I'm here.
for
Yo,
me,
so
that's just
Josh,
it.
that's how things are. I'm happy, but again, I'm not happy. I'm worried, but I'm not worried. I'm in between there. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 hours, but of course, I'll be here. I'll be seated on the watch along, and I just can't wait to scream so loud because, yo, as I've said, battle of the of the bastards. One is in the 17th position, one is in the 18th position. But today, after the final result, I mean, that is not going to matter to whoever is going to lift that trophy, Josh.
Yeah,
It's not going to matter at all to whoever is going to lift that trophy, and I hope it's Manchester United because I think we deserve
I
it.
know.
Postecoglou, I don't think you deserve it, honestly speaking.
No, he does not.
I don't think he deserves it at all.
Why would Spurs win a trophy?
Yeah.
And then what? And they do what? They do
Yo,
what?
by the way,
Have a
it's a
small
lose lose.
parade. Have a
It's
small parade in London, and you okay? You look at the players going to lift the trophy at Spurs. Really?
it's a lose lose situation, by the way, for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Whoever
No, no, no,
wins,
no. Arsenal
the
actually
majority would
prefers.
prefer United.
Yeah, they prefer United to win 100%. You
Yeah.
saw Rob Styles. You saw Rob Styles say sometime. The AFTV guy,
Mm.
he did say 100% all day, every day. United takes this one because, and that was before the Champions League, before
Yeah,
they were knocked out. He was saying that I mean, if we don't qualify and United wins the Champions League,
it will be
sorry,
bananas if
the
Spurs
and
won
Spurs, yeah,
for
Spurs
Arsenal.
wins the Europa, yeah, it will
You
be
know,
dead.
it, it,
I think
it will be
Ateta
bad.
leaves. Then I think Ateta leaves tonight.
It would be really, really bad. But yeah,
The
Josh,
fans will sack him.
Josh, your key players in this game for Man United. Let me focus. Let's focus on Man United. Your key
Yeah,
players, Josh.
like I had already told you, I think the
Mm.
Brazilian Casemiro will be very vital to this game. And the top scorer of the tournament is Bruno Fernandes with 7 goals. Only Rasmus Højlund, Rasmus Højlund has 6 goals. Only Bruno Fernandes has scored more
Mm.
than him. So for me, I think Amad Diallo, Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, and probably Maguire will be very vital for the game.
I also think Onana.
Andre
As
Onana will not be
surprisingly,
vital, but he
I
will
was going
be.
to talk about him.
No, no, he will not be a player to look at. He will not have. I don't know, man. He's such an unpredictable guy.
Very, 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 very
What is
unpredictable.
predictable about him? He will just fuck up at some point.
He messes up. He's
Yeah.
anyway. Well, I hope all that. I mean, it doesn't come down to him. But yeah, we need the best of the best today. We need those performances coming through. We need the boys to be ready. I saw Patrice Evra telling the boys, "Look, I'm supposed to be coming, but I'm not coming because I have a sister to put down." Very sad. But whatever it is, guys, bring that trophy. Do it for me. Bring back that trophy.
Yeah, really sad because he says
Bring back that trophy.
the sister has battled cancer for about 20 years.
Mm,
She's passed on at 50 something years old, and may her soul rest in peace. So Evra will be in France attending the funeral of the sister, so he's not going to be able to attend the game in Bilbao. But he actually sent a very powerful message to the lads because he did ask the lads to fight for the badge, to fight like the
mm,
sister has done for over 20 years. Just fight, just leave everything on the pitch. It doesn't matter whether you win the game or you lose the game, just leave everything on the pitch. That is a thing that we've not often done. I mean, I know we do have spells to win the game. I actually agree with Paul Scholes that Spurs could actually play very well, but United picks these moments and just wins the game. For me, that's what I want, because that's United's DNA. We've not been the best team to play the game off the park. We've just been the team that wins football games.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of what Real Madrid does. You just win football games. The mentality, the winning ethos is there. That I mean, it's the game is 90 minutes, and pick the right moments, and we'll go ahead and win the game.
Well, I'm hoping. I'm really, really hoping that we win. I'm hoping that
Just don't be scared when we concede. I
I
mean, by now you should
don't know.
know that
I'm
even
nervous.
after we
Look at me, man.
concede,
I'm
we can
shaking. I'm
score.
already nervous. Yo, Josh, we
You
need to
don't
win. We
you
need,
don't have to.
and I'm counting on Bruno Fernandes. Versus that Spurs midfield today. I know his ability to create from deep. Or Josh even around penalty areas. I'm counting on him, and I'm counting on Bissouma, Josh.
Yves Bissouma.
Bissouma and Bentoko. Discipline wise, I see a red card. And Fernandez is very good when you do rather when you're not. I mean, he can always
Oh,
put you in his docket. He will play
I,
those mind games around you, and
I hope I hope our players are disciplined enough, and they don't throw away the game with a silly red card very early on in the game, because
mm,
then you've just reduced your chances of winning the game.
well, I also hope it's the same thing. Because man, Josh, are you not worried about Dominic Solanke?
No, with Lenny Euro present, I don't worry about such things. Very small problems to deal with. I know his pace. I know his pace is quite something, and it can trouble Maguire. He's a handful to deal with. But I mean, Lenny Euro is actually quite quick. I know that heading the ball and what Richarlison can make a nuisance of himself.
Mm.
He can tear down a guy like Dogu and what. But with Amad Diallo preoccupying that right wing side of Spurs, I think we shall have a very decent game. I hope that he starts as a wing back, and he doesn't forget to tuck in when our backs are on the foot. That's when you bring in Ugarte, because Ugarte has to keep his eye on the spaces that Amad Diallo might leave. But I
By the
know
I'm
that his explosiveness is much
mm.
needed from deep.
Well, United fans, I'm on Twitter here and I'm seeing Ferdinand also, sending shout outs to the boys, wishing and they're already in Bilbao, they're already in Bilbao, wishing them all the best. It's been nothing but love. It's been nothing but love. And but anyway, it's expected. It's expected. Results from Liverpool, Man City, and other clubs, they've all given it to Spurs, not Man United. And it's expected. We know they're salty and all that. So, yep,
I don't know why
it's
they're
okay.
salty. We are the
I think we
underdogs
can
here.
settle with that.
We're the
Who,
underdogs
us?
here. Why are they salty? Yeah.
Well, they're salty because, like a team like City, City has walked away with nothing this season. No, who won
No,
the Charity Shield?
that's not one you count.
Well, Ateta did count it. If
Yeah,
you're
because that's all
forgetting,
he got.
no, come on, Josh. He also has an FA in the bag.
Oh, the COVID affair. Okay.
Yeah, the COVID thing. He also, he
Yeah,
has
he
that.
played 2 games and won. Yeah.
But yeah, kickoff is in 3 hours, or rather,
I
two and
bet,
a
I
half
bet,
hours.
I
Josh,
bet, I bet he sent it to Unai Emery. Don't you
who?
think he gave the medal to Unai Emery that
No,
COVID
no,
affair?
Josh, come on, don't do that. Don't do that, Josh. Once again, guys, please do
Just
subscribe, turn on the
asking.
notifications. Yes, Josh and
Yo,
Isaac,
where the boys at? Where the boys at? Where's he
the
at that?
build up, the build up, the build up. Bilbao today.
Sinan, where you
Spurs
at? Where you
versus
at?
Man United. By the way, it's been a minute. I don't know where Sinan is.
Yeah, it's been a
It's,
minute though.
it's been really a minute. Madia, I would love to know Madia. And
Oh
Madia,
yeah,
Madia supports us. There is no way she would support
yeah. She supports us.
hundred
She
percent. Should
supports us.
support. She does not want Spurs to lift anything. So yes, she would be in our corner.
She
Seriously,
is.
no Arsenal fan wants Spurs to win. Unfortunately, they're in a situation that they have both their enemies aiming for glory. But
But those are
again,
the
they would
ones in
rather pick
England. I
one
don't think.
enemy.
I think the ones in Uganda don't have a problem with Spurs winning. They will have a problem with Man United winning.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
Some don't
because
understand how deep that cuts,
yeah,
the other
yeah, yeah,
side. But
yeah. As in,
as Evra says, Josh, they are our babies. They are our babies. Liverpool are our
we
enemy.
ain't playing the
Arsenal
babies
are Man
tonight, though.
United babies. Uh, Liverpool enemy, sworn enemies, and City are the noisy
Noisy
neighbors. So
neighbors,
Spurs, I don't know. I don't know what they are. They are Spurs. They are Spurs. Spurs.
Spazzy.
You know, nothing really huge. Nothing huge. Um. Anyway, Josh, yeah, a lot has been coming through. And Josh, do you think the boys are mentally prepared?
Yeah, 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 yeah. There's little for you not to be mentally prepared for a game like this. I mean,
Mm,
I know we are slow starters, and it's very difficult for you to understand how United approaches the game because in the first, say, 5 minutes of the game, actually in the first 2 minutes of the game, we look very imposing, okay? But
mm.
we are not tuned to find a cutting edge in those minutes. We're passing the ball around. We're trying to be safe and stuff like that. But unfortunately, we lose possession and we allow the other team on the ball for the next 3 minutes. So I mean, we start to panic and stuff like that. And yeah, it becomes quite a difficult game. We struggle a bit, but later on we get back in the game, and as soon as we get back in the game, we concede a goal. You
I know.
see, yeah, we're now on top of them, but
You know,
now we've
by the way,
conceded a goal.
that's
Then
what I'm
we,
saying, Josh. Those are the things that do worry
yeah,
me. Those are
we
the
we
things that,
start to play.
make me feel
But you see,
concerned. And
no, 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 no. For me, actually, I've come to learn.
oh
I'm
my God.
actually now comfortable. Even when we concede a goal, at least I have seen the spells that we've had in the few minutes of the game, and
But
now I
Josh,
have gotten comfortable that
you know,
at least we have started to play some good football. We've
I,
started to, but
I
then
agree.
there's no cutting edge.
I agree, Josh. But this is the final, no second opportunities. These are the rounds
We've
we've been
always,
coming
we've
home
always,
and away,
we've
home and away.
no, we've
This is the
always
final.
concluded. No, we've always concluded our business on the night. On the night.
You only got one shot. Do not misuse your chance to blow, because
Yeah,
opportunity comes once in a
comes once in a
lifetime.
lifetime. You better lose
You know
yourself in the moment.
the music, yo.
You better, you
It's
better, you
tonight.
better
It's
lose
tonight. And
yourself in the
at the end of this
moment.
game, I expect us to do the. You remember the Amelie remix?
Yeah, yeah,
When
yeah, 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 yeah.
the one that you originally
Amari,
have. I'm not
Amari,
going to say.
Amari, 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 Amari,
Yo,
Amari,
at
Amari,
the end of
Amari.
this match tonight, I
Amorim in
expect us to
Europa
be.
is ill.
Man,
Ask Leon, ask Bilbao. As in, guys, bad.
Bilbao was hyped. Really hyped. The best team with the best defense in
Yeah,
La
because
Liga. They
because he
have the
was
Nico
playing
Williams
United.
brothers. What?
No, no, they did get they did get their 5 minutes of fame because they were going to play Man United, but Man United came to town and it was just the same old business. Yeah,
Yo,
get
I'm happy we
whooped
spaz them.
and move
And today
on.
we are going to do real spazzing when it comes to the
Yeah, yeah,
spaz.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. No, we're
guys,
going to
please do
beat them.
subscribe, turn on the notification. Whoever's watching, thank you so much for tuning in. Is as I said at the beginning, Josh, the date has been set, or the stage story has been set. The risks or stakes are really so high that each of
Yeah,
these teams has to win. So it's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy. The cast of Ken.
Jericio.
Yeah, bro, what up, what up, what up? The cast
What
of
up?
Ken. Oh,
What
by the
up?
way, Ken is now okay. Ken is now okay. Man
Yeah.
just lifted a trophy.
I
Did
think
he
I
lift
think it is
2-0?
the cast. Spurs is the one with the cast because he left and won something.
No, but he's saying now it's time for Spurs because Ken is the other side
Oh, the
lifting
cast is
trophies.
gone. Eh? Yeah,
Yeah, the cast is good. No, 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 no. At least not today. Not today. Not tonight. Not to. So,
not
Josh, if we
tonight.
win this, that means we shall be playing in the Super Cup with
Yeah,
us
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah. We
PSG
shall play against PSG in the
or
Super
Inter
Cup.
Milan.
Yeah,
Well, that is also going to be a juicy, juicy game. I mean, I just can't wait. Yo,
Yeah, but
shout outs to you, Jerizio.
I would love for us to have a game when Arsenal fans are tuning in the TV to watch Man United that finished 17th on the log. I
No,
mean,
no, that is
they've
so
been
painful,
they've
very
been second
painful.
for 3 seasons, but they'll have to wait for pre-season to see a football game, and yet United will be with a fixture.
That is very painful, very
There's so many good
painful.
things about United winning this one.
Yo, by the way, it's going to be very painful for Arsenal fans, even for City fans, even for Liverpool. Yes, they won the EPL, but it's going to be very
Believe you
hard for
me,
them because
I don't
you
think
have a
there's a
team
football.
that is languishing in the 16th position and is in a final of, lifting an important trophy. And your Arsenal, best, what's it? They have their trophies. Number two, that's their trophy. We've beaten Man United.
No, actually, Declan
We're
Rice
number
was
two.
nominated for the potty for the
Uh,
goals he scored
I know
against
that could be
Madrid.
also their trophy. But yo, by the way, Arsenal, your standards are too low. You need to step up. How do you be there
Balando.
celebrating every day
Bala.
that
By the way,
you've won, or rather you've finished in the second position, you've beaten Man United. Those are your trophies, really? Are those your standards? Beating Man
by the
United.
way, but speaking of which, side note,
Mm.
what's with this Balando stuff?
But it doesn't get me
Because
anymore.
no, let me tell you, as in, should Bruno Fernandes be thrown in there
Um,
if he wins the trophy tonight?
no,
Should he be thrown in there?
no,
Okay.
no, 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 no. I'll be
How are his
truthful.
numbers?
I'll
How are
be
his
truthful.
numbers?
His numbers are superb, Josh. His numbers are superb.
How
But
how many goals? How many goals has he scored? Okay, goal involvements. Does he make 40?
I think he makes 40. Not so sure,
He
but let me
makes
check it
40,
out.
right?
Let me check it out. But Josh, either way, Josh, no, 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 no.
No,
No.
I'm just saying because
You have players like Lamine Yamal who have turned up, they've won the league.
yes,
You have players
yes,
like Mbappe who have
yes,
scored goals, very many goals the other season, the other side.
yes,
You have Kane,
yes,
top scorer the other side, Josh scoring
yes,
goals. You have Mohamed Salah, Josh,
yes.
so I think it
Until
will
now,
be
let me tell you, they've mooted Lamine Yamal, okay,
mhm, mm,
Rafinha to be up for the Ballon d'Or, okay, but
mhm.
Michael Olise for Bayern Munich has better stats than Lamine Yamal.
Oh, by the way, Michael is oh my god.
Mohamed Salah has better stats than Rafinha. Okay, so why are they choosing the players who play in La Liga to be nominated for the Ballon d'Or when they can't really what?
But I think they've always done that, Josh. I mean,
Yeah, but
when is the last time? That's why I told you I don't really give so much time.
I know.
Really, it doesn't really get me. Jerizia says if Spurs win, if Spurs win it, Arsenal fans will be mad, bro. That is 100% correct. If Spurs, if Spurs win, and I mean, if Spurs is out, or rather, if Spurs win this trophy, Arsenal fans are going to cry. It's going to be so bad. It's going to be really bad. Then Chat GP. No, really, do you believe in Chat GP? I don't. Josh, let me tell you, I don't believe in Chat GP. I don't believe in Chat GP.
I know, as in Chat GPT, really?
No, I
Chat
don't. I don't.
GPT,
I don't.
it's like AI said that United would win.
Yeah, I don't at all. I don't. I don't. So, and I don't know
Yeah,
why
but
people are saying.
at least it said what it said. But that Chat GPT said that because an Arsenal fan put in that.
Mm. Anyway, Josh, you wanted Bruno Fernandez. Okay, you wanted total everything, Josh, the whole season. Josh? Okay, Josh will be back with us shortly. Yeah, once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. As I was saying, I don't think it's fair for Bruno Fernandes to be in that conversation. Much as I love him, much as I'm a United fan, it is not fair. There's no way he gets into that conversation. So it will be really unfair to other players who have played so well, who have done, as I've said, Yamal, Rafinha. I think Rafinha is also Nelson. Yo, Nelson. Josh just stepped away, but he's coming back. It's been a while, brother. How are you? Hope you're good. It's been a while. What's your prediction tonight, Nelson? Who are you giving it to? Who are you? Is it Spurs or United is banging them? Yeah, I'm hoping that we're winning. I'm hoping that we're winning. Uh, yeah, I hope we're winning. I hope we're winning. It's had to be. Had to be here today. Great to know, brother. Great to know. Great to know. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, but man, we are struggling. Things are not so easy, and it's just going to be crazy. That's all I can say. I don't know who is going to win because both teams are really very poor, very, very poor. United 16th with 39 points, and you have Spurs 17th with 38 points. So you don't know who's going to come out, and we've lost to Spurs already 3 times alone this season. So it would be really embarrassing for Man United to lose the 4th time this season, especially a final to Spurs. Astonishing. I'll melt, honestly speaking. I'll melt. You're giving it to United. That is great to know. Teresa says if PSG win UCL, Dembele wins it for By the way, Dembele should come into the mix. I agree. Dembele has been fire this season. He has done so well. He has done very, very well. And yes, yeah, you're right. One of the managers will be sacked 100% tomorrow. And if Spurs loses, I'm telling you, Dan Levy is going to sack Postecoglou because Roma is, whether he wins or doesn't win, he's not staying. But again, remember, he promised Spurs fans that in his second season, he'll bring a trophy. So now that is up to him. The pressure is on him. I'm telling you. United, we want to win the trophy, but the pressure is on Postecoglou. The pressure is on Spurs to end that 17-year-old drought without winning a trophy, much as Man United also want to win. So it's a very tricky situation for both managers. And in fact, I saw Amarim already trying to brush himself away. When they asked him about UCL, he said, well, yes, they love playing in UCL, but their concern right now is not UCL. Their concern is lifting the EPL trophy. In other words, he was trying to say more like of a curveball. If he doesn't qualify, if he loses the final today and they don't qualify to the Champions League next season, well, he was saying it's okay. It doesn't matter. They can always play. They can always play with who? They can always play in the or play, settle for the Premier League, and maybe they'll win the Premier League. But 100%, one of the managers is going, and I think that will be. But truth is, win or without lifting a trophy for Spurs, my gut tells me Postecoglou is likely to go because the fans don't like him. No one likes him at Spurs. The fans, the manager, everyone. Sorry, not the manager. These other staff around the stadium. Around the whole training grounds. They are not really fans of the Greek. I don't know what Postecoglou did to these guys, but majority of the fans don't like him. Even pundits, yesterday was complaining about a journalist calling him a clown, which I think wasn't really nice.
He shouldn't have complained. He should have done more.
Yo, Josh, Teresio asked something. He said, if PSG win the trophy, should Dembele come into the Ballon d'Or mix? I think he should.
What do you mean come into the Ballon d'Or mix? He is the Ballon d'Or as we speak. First, leave that rubbish of Lamine Yamal, of Rafinha, of Kylian Mbappe. That's all rubbish because the domestic league cannot outcompete the European Champions League. The UEFA Champions League is the greatest tournament of football in a year that does not have a major tournament. Now, there's no major tournament in this one. So the major tournament is the UEFA Champions League. So you cannot tell me that a guy who has performed well in the Premier League or the La Liga is better than the guy who has performed well in his domestic league and the Champions League. And Ousmane Dembele has done both. He's lifted a trophy with PSG in Ligue 1. He's the top scorer, the joint top scorer with Mason Greenwood in Ligue 1. And he's actually poised to be in a very good position to win the Champions League. And besides, he's playing in the final. and he has already racked up some goals for PSG, leading to the final. So he has a greater chance, even if he doesn't win the Champions League, ahead of Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Mo Salah. And for me, I was arguing that let's look at the stats of Bruno Fernandes. If he wins the Europa
You know what?
League, does he
You know what?
come into the conversation?
No, 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 no. He doesn't.
Yeah,
But let me
no,
give
I'm
you
I'm
that.
asking you. Yeah, give me the stats though.
Well, Fernandez has been impressive just this season. I mean, across all competitions for Man United, he has played 53 games, scoring 19 goals and providing 17 assists. You know, telling 36 goal involvement, Josh. In the Premier League alone, he has 9 assists and 8 goals in 35 appearances,
Okay,
Josh.
okay,
So,
that's poor. That's poor. Yeah, that's poor. That's poor as compared to other players. That's poor.
yeah,
Even if you won, even
in the
if you won the
Europa,
Europa.
yeah, in the Europa, he has only 7 goals and 4 assists. That is 11. So,
But you're
I
saying
mean,
only 7 goals, but he's the top scorer of the Europa. Just change the language. He's the
what?
top scorer of the Europa League
Okay,
as we stand
okay,
now.
it's a
Not
top.
yeah, not only 7 goals, bro.
Once again, guys,
Yo,
please do
Nelson,
subscribe.
Nelson, what up? What up? What
He
up? What
came,
up?
yeah, he was around. He came through. He came through. He came through. He said he had to be
Yeah,
here today.
my man. How you doing, man? Yeah, definitely had to be there.
Yo, Josh, but
Yeah, yeah,
man,
yeah.
we have to
Jerizio,
prepare
there's
for the
a
watch
watch
along.
along. There's a watch along. Yeah, we're
Yes,
here
yes,
tonight.
there's a watch along. There's a watch along. In fact, we are starting in the next 90 minutes. We are going to go off, and yeah, we will come. We will come. Hopefully you'll be here too to join the watch along because it's going to be crazy today. It's going to be wild today, and
Yeah,
yeah, Bilbao is going to be on fire tonight. The Red
but
Devils are already gunning for blood. They want everything red. You know, they want to
actually,
paint everything red.
another thing that is funny is Gyökeres is not involved in the Ballon d'Or conversation. Yet the other players are involved in the Ballon d'Or conversation, but they've only performed well in their leagues, in the domestic league. Now, there's none of them who has performed better than Gyökeres in the domestic league.
Yeah. By the way, that guy has scored around 38 goals
None
in
of
the
them has performed better than Gyökeres
out
in the
out of
domestic
30
league.
something in the domestic league alone in the
You
Premier
dig?
League.
Yeah.
Crazy,
So I mean,
crazy.
where would you put all the other players ahead of him?
Anyway, once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. Thank you so much for tuning in. Jerizio,
Yeah,
brother,
Jabrizio, please hit that subscription
please do
button.
subscribe. Subscribe. We are always here, brother. Anytime, we're always here. Come on, let's link up. Nelson, it's been a while. Good to see you. Then, of course,
Bro,
Faisal,
we're
shout
here for
outs
the
to
watch
you.
along too, man.
We are coming for the watch along, 100%. We have to come for the watch along. Yeah, please do subscribe, guys. Turn on the notification. The Bilbao final today in the next 2 hours and a half. You're damn right. Please do subscribe. Peace out.
22 hours, 22 hours,
What do you mean 22 hours?
22 hours. Universal time all over the world, 22 hours.
You're saying 20. No, just where you are means 23 hours. Anyway, cheers, man. Be back for the watch
Yeah.
along.